Hello, Laura. Today we will have a short interview about living abroad as an expat and your work experience in that country. You moved last year to England with your boyfriend. Why did you choose the country England?
Okay, so indeed, last year I moved together with my boyfriend to England. We are based in London now, and I chose London actually because I'm a professional dancer, and I felt like Belgium was not really satisfying me as much as I wanted it to do. So that's why I chose to move to London, and I think London is an amazing city for the artistic scene. So yeah, London.
London. Um, was it always your dream of living abroad, or was it just recently that you decided to leave Belgium?
Actually, it's never really been a dream or something, but I have been thinking about moving abroad for a long, long time. I think I was 14 when I first said to my parents that I really wanted to move to New York or to LA in America then.
Yeah.
Already for dancing, that's what I've been saying since I was young. And yeah, now I'm in London, just trying out, seeing how it goes, and I'm enjoying it so much. It's amazing. Yeah.
England is an European country, but not for long anymore with the coming Brexit. Do you think this will have some consequences for you?
For me in person, I'm not really sure about it yet, but it will definitely bring some consequences for the government and for the economics. So I know that they're going to re-inform the law around the Brexit case around the end of March. So
Right.
still some months to go, and I think by the end of March we will probably know a little bit more about what we can expect in changes for the Brexit. So I don't know it now yet, but I personally have the feeling that it might be a little bit more negative for the artistic industry because the subsidies and the money that the government makes free for the art industry,
Yeah.
they might bring it down. So yeah, we don't know it yet. Can
Oh,
be positive or negative. So we'll see.
okay.
Yeah.
And how long are you planning to stay in London? I mean, are you planning to retire there?
That was a funny sound. Well, retiring in London is not really my goal, to be honest. I'd rather come back to Belgium to retire there, or maybe Ibiza or something, where the weather is hot. But for now, we are definitely planning to stay in London for a couple of more years. We are young. My boyfriend turns 25 this month as well. I just turned 25, so we're young, and I think this is the time that we have to do it.
Yeah.
As well for him, his work is going really well. It's definitely a good thing. Like he is going for supervisor, so he has a lot of possibilities work-wise here as well. So yeah, we're not really planning on moving back to Belgium anyway soon. But if you speak about retirement, that's some years from now. I'd rather come back to Belgium or another country, but not in the UK, to be honest.
Okay, and what was the biggest difference between Belgium and England on cultural differences?
Well, it's a different country, that's very obvious. But when I think about Antwerp and when I think about big cities in Belgium, I feel like it's getting more and more international already. So there has been some changes in Belgium as well. But if you look at a city as Dendermonde, it's a little bit more compact. It's different.
Smaller, yes.
Yeah, well, London and especially the UK, it's very international. Definitely London, of course, because there's so much to do. There's people from Iran, from Australia, New Zealand, from Sri Lanka, from everywhere, all over the place. So yeah, London is international, but the difference between London, well, England and Belgium for me,
Yes.
I feel like London has more opportunities for us. And I told you that, actually, when you're in Belgium and you want to work, the most important thing for you is to have a degree to prove that you're capable of doing a certain kind of job. But if you look at my boyfriend, he has so many years of experience in a certain sector, but he does not have a degree. And in Belgium, it was a problem, but now we're in London and people don't really mind if you do not have a degree. People care about you willing to prove yourself. So if you are motivated in a city like London, you can achieve big things only because you're motivated and you are willing to work. And in Belgium, it's a little bit different. People rather see someone with a diploma or a degree, and I feel it's not always necessary. So that's something that I really think is a big difference between London then and Belgium.
That's a positive thing for your boyfriend.
Yeah, and for my boyfriend, it's definitely a positive thing because I feel like he definitely deserves the chance of proving himself.
Yes.
He is great guy, and he has so much experience in this sector. So yeah.
Is living as an expat in England harder than being a local?
It depends a little bit in which scene you're working. I feel like as a dancer, for me, sometimes it's a bit hard because everyone here in London, they're studying on the same school, they're graduating, they already know each other, they know the places where to go. But it's not too hard. Like, I can take care of myself and I will get there as well. It's just a way of approaching life.
Definitely.
And willing to work and be motivated. And for Mathieu, it's not really a super big difference, I think.
Okay. Do you see this as a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity to live abroad?
Well, in a way, yes. Because we moved last year, and I don't think we should have waited any longer. Like, it was a perfect moment to move to London. Like, if we wanted to do it, that was the time to do it. Because we are not getting younger, we're getting older as well. But it doesn't mean that I'm not able to move anywhere else anymore. Like, if I'm 35 and I say to Mathieu, hey, I'm done with London, let's move to Ibiza or to wherever, Africa, I'm just saying, then we can always do it. But it's definitely, it's not a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it's definitely a life experience. So yeah, and I would definitely advise other people as well to go abroad, maybe study there, go 6 months traveling around just to explore what is on this planet.
Okay. Why would you recommend England to live in?
Because in England there's a lot of possibilities. I do not know how it's gonna be after the Brexit.
Yes.
But when we moved here, like, it's completely up to you. So if you want to work, you can work. If you are motivated and willing to work, you can achieve big things, even though you have no idea of how working in a bank, by example. If you do apply for a job in the bank and they like you as a person and they see that you're motivated, they will give you some sort of a training and they will give you the benefit of the doubt and give you the chance to prove yourself. So London, on that case, I think it's really good that they offer people chances, even though they don't always have a degree or a certificate to prove I can do it. Just give people a chance, and that's the difference, and that's good.
And you said that when you were little, you wanted to go to America, to LA, to New York. Why did you choose eventually to England, to London?
So easy. I chose London because it's a very easy connection with Belgium for now. I'm only living here for my first year now, so I'm just trying out. As a dancer, I'm just seeing and exploring London. It's a great city for artistic industries to be based in, and you never know. If I get the chance to go to America, I'm never gonna say no. I will definitely do it, and I will go. But we will try London first and see how that goes.
Okay, after a year of experience now as an expat, what are the things that you would do differently, or?
The moment that we had to decide on our first apartment, when we were planning to move to London, we had to pay 6 months of rent up front, which was 15,000 euros for 6 months of rent, which was super, super expensive. And that money was actually the money that Mathieu and I saved together. So we both saved 7,000 euros. So we had a pot of like 14 up to 15,000. And then signing our papers for our first flat, we had to like transfer that whole amount of money in once because the people had no, how do you say it? They had no idea of who we were because we never lived in England before. They needed to see our bank transfers and our work history, and they needed to see, well, I don't know how to say it, like letters from previous employers to describe if we are good people or workers, you know, like
Wow.
inquiries. Yeah, a lot of things. So I would have, maybe if I have to do it again, I would approach it in a different way. Because I know the city now, so I would never do it the way we've done it. But you never know, yeah? If you're new and you're
Yeah.
just starting out, you always try to do what's best. And yeah, we spend a lot of money. But in the end, we're here and we're happy. We moved into another flat now. It's actually way, way better. And we make some money on it. Yeah, we pay £400 less a month, so it's good.
Wow.
But yeah, there's some stuff financially from in the beginning when we were still living in our first flat. There's definitely some things that we can do differently. If we know people who moved to London, we will definitely try to help them out to make sure they don't do the same
Same.
as what we've done.
Okay. As last thing, if you could give me some advice as a student international business, what would it be?
I'm gonna be honest. I think you're a young, beautiful woman, and I think you have the intelligence and the will to do something in your life. So since you're in business and still studying, my advice for you is my advice to everyone is explore as much as you can in this world. Do not stick to one country. Try to travel and see different cultures. Maybe sometimes also take a break from reality and just go for 3 months of traveling with some pocket money to maybe Australia with a backpack, something like this. Completely different, but I think it makes you grow up and it gives you a bigger value of life as a person on yourself. So that's definitely something I would advise you to see as much as you can from the world. And don't be too serious. You live once, eh? So
Yeah. Thank you very much, Laura, for this interview.
you're very welcome.